Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on adding algebraic fractions. The rules for adding algebraic fractions are similar to the rules we use for adding normal fractions. We need to make the denominators the same. Now we saw this in earlier videos when we showed how to add normal fractions. Let's see how this works for algebraic fractions. The first example is 2m over 7 plus 3m over 7. The first thing we notice is that each of the denominators is 7. Because that is the case, we are allowed to add the numerators together. 2m plus 3m is 5m, and that's the denominator. You don't add those together, they just stay as 7. Next example. Notice that each denominator is w, so all we do is add the numerators. 8 plus 3 is 11, and we put down the denominator of w. See, each of the denominators is w, so we just put w there. Notice the third one here, the denominators are different, so we have to find a way to make them the same. So we need to make the denominators the same. How do we do that? Well, the 3 and the 4, those two numbers are used to find the new denominator. The new denominator is the LCM of 3 and 4. That means the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4. In simple English, it is the smallest number that 3 and 4 will divide into evenly. Now, the smallest number that 3 and 4 divide into evenly is 12. You know that from your times tables. So this is 12. So, multiply the first fraction by 4 over 4 and the second fraction by 3 over 3. Now the reason we multiply the first fraction by 4 over 4, firstly, 4 3s are 12. That's how you get 12. But it has to be 4 over 4 to maintain the same value for this fraction. You have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Okay, the same number is 4, so that numerator and that denominator are both multiplied by 4. Over here, how do we get 12? Well, 3 4s are 12, so we multiply by 3 over 3. Notice 3 over 3 is 1, so that doesn't change the value of the fraction. It might look different when we write it down, when we get each denominator as 12, but the value of the fraction, of each of these fractions, are the same. See, so basically the 2m over 3 is the same as 8m over 12, and the m over 4 is the same as 3m over 12. So 2m over 3 is equivalent to 8m over 12, and m over 4 is equivalent to 3m over 12. Because the denominators are 12, add the numerators to give you 11m over 12. This one's exactly the same. What do you think the denominator will be here? Well, what's the smallest number that 4 and 5 will divide into? It has to be 20. So when we transform these two fractions, each of them will have a denominator of 20. Well, how do we do that? Well, we have to multiply this by 5. So we multiply top and bottom by 5. How do we get 20 here? We multiply this by 4. So multiply top and bottom by 4. So there we've done that. We've multiplied that first fraction by 5 over 5. We multiplied the second fraction by 4 over 4. When you multiply through, that gives you 10w plus 15 over 20. Over here, when you multiply through, it gives you 4w minus 4 over 20. Each denominator is the same. We now add the numerators. 10w plus 4w is 14w. 15 minus 4 is 11. So the new answer is 14w plus 11 over 20. So this video has given us a basic introduction how to add algebraic fractions. And the secret is, if the denominators are not the same, just use the process we saw to make them the same, and then all we do is add the numerators together. It's really that straightforward.